and all that. My camera rolling, all that other stuff. Make some great content. Oh yeah, no
Oh yeah, that's nice.
You like it?
Yeah.
I ain't gonna do an intro on this one because you guys are returning guests. Plus, I'm gonna leave that for my YouTube intro video. I started implementing that and shit. But I wanted to bring you guys back since we last talked. Both of you obviously have accomplished some accolades. Real honor to come out and see you perform. So for you, and especially with numbers that you're chasing on the bench press, I wanted to talk about that. Highlight some things we also talked about before, but you're about to make a transition soon after you complete your. Is it a powerlifting goal? Is it a bench? Like, what would you call it if somebody? Because you're about to transition from powerlifting to bodybuilding, right?
Oh yeah.
So what would you call it? Would you say it's more just of a bench goal or a powerlifting goal for you?
I would say a little bit of both.
Okay.
I just haven't made a decision if or when, or I'll say if I'll register to do a bench press only in a competition. But at the moment, I'm just having fun in the gym, bro. Chasing numbers on the bench press.
So allow me to speak on that. So like, not only chasing, so it's 600, right? If I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken.
yeah.
So not only that, so what made you just want to switch? And the reason why I ask again is not the bodybuilder. It's the concept of bodybuilding, right? So what made you want to just say like? Do you feel like you've done everything you could possibly do in powerlifting, which is why you want to make that transition over?
I don't think I've done everything that I know I could do.
Got you.
I had some minor injuries that played a big part of why I took a break with the other two lifts.
Got you.
My all-time favorite lift is bench press.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people that know me for some years, they know that I like, I love the bench press. So I just want to spend more time focusing on that, and trying to make a name for myself with the bench press.
Well, that your transition when you finally transition over, do you feel like that'll impact your coaching goals as far as for powerlifting and bodybuilding?
I think it'll expand my coaching goals.
You think it'll expand?
Yeah, with crossing over to another sport. Yeah, I mean it's two different styles of training.
Strength versus contraction all the time.
Yeah,
So
but I think it'll expand me as an athlete and as a coach that can cross over to bodybuilding. I mean, that's where it all started, though, bro.
for you.
Hell yeah, I started off as a weightlifter. A weightlifter and a bodybuilder is two different things as well.
No track and track.
So early on, in high school, and then coming out of high school, I was the weightlifter. I got big as hell off that. And then I crossed over to bodybuilding, learning the science of it, how to train like a bodybuilder. Then I got big as hell off that. And then I became a power lifter 3 years ago.
Got you.
Yeah.
And obviously accomplished some I guess amazing feats on that. So allow me to ask you something. So correct me if I'm wrong, both of y'all here. So introduced you to powerlifting, not introduced you, but your very first coach in powerlifting, right?
Yeah.
So like, what are your thoughts on his transition? Like seeing your coach making that transition, because you plan on staying in this game for a little while longer, right?
Yeah.
So like, what are your thoughts about his transition? Like,
I say go for it. I mean, there's different. There's more avenues than just powerlifting to
Okay.
make a name for yourself in this world, in this fitness world. So I say I'm here for it 100%. I'm supporting him 100% with it. Go for it. I really feel like he can do it. He can make that transition because it's like it's all up to your mindset, what you put in, what you're putting in. So yeah, I'm supporting him 100%.
A lot of power lifters, they make that crossover to bodybuilding because they have the genetics to do it.
Okay.
A lot of bodybuilders make they transfer to powerlifting just because of the muscle density, if I'm saying that right. So it's a different look that you can go for. But everyone that know me, I mean, not to sound conceited, you can look at me and tell, like, yo, he can do bodybuilding. You know what I'm saying?
So allow me to ask this. So correct me if I'm wrong, but just like you said, you hate the politics shit of powerlifting, right? Mm-hmm. So you don't. I think again, I'm not a powerlifter.
Well, let's clear that up.
Yeah.
What I mean by I hate the politics with anything, not just sports, but anything. Okay.
Why'd you laugh like that? It was a little.
Yeah.
Oh wait.
It's just, and what I mean by that is, just the way individuals might carry themselves on the business side of the politics side, if that made sense.
But that's just in general.
That's just in general. That ain't no, that's just in general. Yeah.
My bad. Now let me stop. But no, only reason I asked, so like the politics, I don't do any of this yet. But I, again, learned to have a disdain for bodybuilding because of the politics of it. And like I said, like the personal talks you and me have had about growth and everything, I think, how about this? Have you done got on stage or anything bodybuilding related before, out of curiosity?
I got a lot of friends that's bodybuilders.
Gotcha.
I wasn't always a power lifter.
No.
Like I said, I got a lot of friends that's power lifters. I've been to a lot of not powerlifts, bodybuilders.
Yeah.
I've been to a lot of bodybuilding shows.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you didn't like, I guess, like, at least look at the politics of bodybuilding a little cockeyed. I know I did, because I feel like it was more of to me, but I feel like it was more of who was liked than anything, not between the judging and the competitors and all that, which kind of made me steer towards liking powerlifting more, because regardless if you like or dislike somebody, you can't take away from somebody's strength.
Yeah.
So that's, like, to me, like, that's why I'm kind of like, regardless of my own personal feelings, like, do you think you're ready to deal with that bias, regardless if it's here in North Carolina, you travel around, like, you think you're ready to deal with that bias?
Yeah, because like I said, I sat in a lot of shows. I've been backstage, so I know how it get down. That was the first sport that I really came across without doing any bodybuilding shows. Okay. Back then, I'm 28 now, so back then I was like 20, 21, 22, 19. And at 28, I know the sport, so.
Say less. So Vaughn, for you, so again, I want to touch on the comp. What number, again, attention span of a score, what number comp was that for you?
Two.
That was number 2. So just like going into that one and the performance you did, like, based on your first one and your second one, like, where's your mindset on powerlifting? Like, did you meet did you hit the personal goals you wanted to at that comp? Do you feel like there were any shortcomings? And
honestly, with that second one, knowing how I am, knowing how hard I am on myself, I didn't meet my expectations. But I hate saying I was sick, yada yada yada, this, that, and third, which it happens, your body gets sick and everything like that. But it just, to me, I felt like I should have been able to do more, even with the sickness. But that's just me. That's just how I am. I'm my hardest critic. I'm always hard on myself. I'm always wanting the best for myself, and I always have the highest standard when it comes to me competing, me doing anything. So the numbers that I want, no, I ain't hit. But will I hit them? Of course, most definitely, I'm going to hit them.
I mean, you just gotta be real with yourself. I didn't know he was sick.
No, okay, got you. Oh,
he didn't tell me he was sick.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think I got sick my first 2 competitions, and it's like a boxer that lose weight. I think it's called dehydration clause.
So it plays a big, obviously, it plays a big factor in the performance on the platform.
So like for a boxer that loses a certain amount of pounds and go into this fight, maybe the lightest he ever been, by a certain round, he's gonna notice his energy go down, his power go down, And it's just like, you know, in powerlifting, if you sick, bruh,
It's over.
hell yeah.
So allow me to ask on the mentality aspect of it. Just asking, do you feel like if y'all were there, because again, people reflect off energy sometimes depending on who they're around, whether it's a friend, brother, coach. Do you feel like the results would have been different if he was there with you? That, and again, circumstance. I understand. We all understand why you couldn't make. Everybody's not going to be able to make it to every competition.
Yeah.
But do you feel like because he knows how to bring certain things out of you for a comp, do you feel like that comp would have went differently, regardless of being sick or not?
Yeah, the energy definitely would have been different for me, but then he also would have been able to make better judgment calls than I could have in that moment. Like with being being the coach and being a competitor is two different things. The coach is able to make that judgment call, put you on that guidance to be able to be like, hey, instead of hitting this number, we're gonna do this number instead, playing it safe. Instead of doing this, blase, blase. So he would have been able to give me that judgment call and just help me just focus on executing everything.
I got you. Like so, and those were his personal thoughts. What are your personal thoughts based on that question?
I think I would have kept his head where it needed to be at.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Allow me to say this. I remember he made a statement. He said, "RJ, thank you for reeling me in." I said, "No, let's call a spade a spade. Your mama reeled you in. I was scared the whole time." But he. And the only reason I say that it was hearing him talk about it and actually seeing it, like the actual hearing about the hunger, the fire, whatever, actually seeing is two totally different things. And me personally, I feel like you need that counteraction with you there, you know. But anyway, that was just me. On my
I would have definitely kept his head where it needed to be at.
I need an adult.
Yeah, and I would have been honest with him. You know, finish strong. You know, don't expect to hit all 3 lifts, but you know, we need to do good enough so that you can leave with the trophy. You know.
Surprisingly, we still did that.
Yeah, but he gotta communicate with me to let me know he's sick, and I just know like he didn't want to let himself down, because he know if he would have told me, I would have probably been like, look, I think we need to adjust numbers, you know, because if you sick and it took a lot of energy out of you, the last thing you want to do is to hurt yourself, you know.
So allow me to ask this question. You think I'm asking again? I don't know. I'm not. But do you think worst case scenario you would have told him to pull out of the comp?
Nah, I competed twice sick.
Okay, say less.
And left with the trophy.
Well, no. So okay, well, I feel like that's good to hear. The reason why I wanted to touch on it, so the next comp that you have, I fully plan to be there for it, but I know for a fact you're going to be there, and that's the Vaughn I want to see in action. So that's why I was asking. It was kind of like, again, I heard about it when I had an individual sit down with you, and the individual sit down with you, but to actually like, I saw it just briefly, and this was at the tattoo convention when we all first met. That's why I was saying different models. I'm like, oh shit. Man,
I'm more mad that I wasn't there, to be real. I had to go take a test, and I failed the hell out of that test. No, he's like, what? No, I really did go take a test that day.
No, with at the tattoo.
I took oh, you talking about the tattoo? I'm talking about the last competition he did.
Wait. Why'd you?
I was taking an exam.
Oh, bet.
Yeah.
But, so moving forward to that, I'm bringing it back to you, especially for bodybuilding. A lot more questions on that. So, what are your expectations for the upcoming comp in May? Because so you've already done one. What's on the schedule for the rest of the year? How many more comps?
Well, after this one, so let me touch on the expectations. The expectations is always the same.
Okay.
Win, go 9 for 9 and win.
Perfect, like perfect dot scores. Okay.
Perfect dot score, 9 for 9 win. That's always the expectation. Do I have some personal numbers I want to hit? Yes, I do. But we're gonna play it, see how it goes. But I fully intend, no sickness, nothing like that, to be 100%. I'm gonna make sure it's gonna be in my power. If it were up to me, have all the variables there, cause it is their national level. So I want to.
And this is nationals?
Yeah.
Okay, say less.
So, and it's probably gonna be my last meet in 365. So it's still up in the air what federation I want to.
So you're gonna go through a transition too, huh? So same format. As a coach, like, what are your expectations for him going into this meet in May before he does, if he does decide to leave before he goes through his transition?
First off, take better care of your immune system.
Gotcha.
You know, wrap yourself up. You know, he was dressing like this a lot of the times when it was cold, leaving out of the gym with his pores exposed. So just learn from your mistakes, what probably caused you to get sick. Nothing really with his expectations besides be the beast you are, you know, and apply pressure. So nothing really there. I think this competition and the ones that he's gonna have after the one he's about to do, that's when the town really gonna know who he is in the powerlifting community.
In general, or here?
I would say in general.
Okay, good. Because
Once he make that crossover, we're not gonna say what. Did you already say the federation?
Nah.
Once he made his crossover, I would say in general.
Okay.
But where he at right now with 365, I would say the numbers that he's about to do is definitely gonna make local buzz go crazy in the powerlifting community.
So allow me to ask this. We're going to touch on the powerlifting community just in general, but the politics of it. So have you been keeping up, like, with between certain bars getting banned and then, you know, certain equipment not being, like, what is y'all's take on that? Like, do you feel like SPD, like, those are the people that are making the big calls, correct?
Yeah.
So do you feel like it's more of a business move than actually needs of the actual competitors as powerlifters?
I mean, I've been doing my research on it.
Gotcha.
I definitely think it's a business move on their company, their brand. It's gonna hurt a lot of the athletes.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
But is that good for business?
I don't know, man, because they've been around for decades, right?
Okay.
So they made shit ton of money. You know, I think they didn't strategize well enough on the athletes. You know what I'm saying? Like, it should be about the athletes at the end of the day.
Yes.
You know, the athletes is what make the federation. You know what I'm saying? So you might have a lot of people pull away. Might have a lot of people trying to figure out what direction they're about to go or if they're going to stay there. But that's just my opinion. I'm still new to the sport, so I only can
Give so much on it.
Yeah.
So what about you? Like, what's your take on? I'll say just overall on the politics of it with the bans and certain things that they are getting rid of. If that makes sense.
Politics. So I'm gonna say, it is a business move.
Okay.
It's definitely a business move because if we're gonna be real and be honest about it, all your top lifters, what brand do they wear? SBD.
Okay.
They all wear SBD. They're all like, I'm gonna say sponsored. If I'm gonna say they're sponsored by SBD, so it's like showing them, hey,
Keep it going.
all the top lifters wear this brand, wear our brand. So of course we're gonna undermine and get rid of all the other brands. So it forces people to be like, hey, all the top lifters wear this. I need to wear this too. I wouldn't be surprised if they'd be like, you can only wear, in a couple years, you can only wear SBD products. I wouldn't be surprised to weed out all the other products, where singlets, socks, even down to the damn wrist wraps. I wouldn't be surprised if it'd be like only SBD products.
In comp.
I would not be surprised if they make that move. I don't think they're crazy enough to make that move. But Yet.
Okay.
But I'm gonna put it this way. I'm gonna put it in the gaming world. I'm gonna put it in the gaming analogy. Call of Duty used to be fun. Now they're just money grabbing.
Yeah.
With Warzone and everything, they're just money grabbing. They don't
Especially like with the expansion pack. Yeah, gotcha. Okay.
They don't really care about the player. They just care about, oh, you paying $20 for this, paying $20 for this. We want your money, and if you don't pay, go find another game to play.
But we control everything, so you're
Thank
not
you.
gonna be able to do that.
Yeah.
I still got a PlayStation 2.
Hey, there ain't nothing wrong with that.
I be playing NBA 2K. No, not 2K. NBA Street Volume 1, Volume 2.
Ain't nothing wrong
Blunt
with
and everything?
PlayStation 2.
With the blunt.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sometimes.
it was yeah, I got you. No, so with that being said, like general curiosity, right? Does that make you a little bit skeptical? Like, how long do you want to continue doing powerlifting if you were to put it like in a years aspect?
If we're being honest, I'm trying to make my mark in like the next 5, 6 years. I'm really trying to make a mark so that way, from being an athlete, I can transition over to coaching the sport and giving back. Because I'm always big on giving back to the community, giving back to the youth. I want to be able to, after I'm done with this sport, I made a big name, got my own team and everything. I want to be able to pass down the knowledge to other people so they can experience it and love this sport.
So no,
That sounds horrible, bro. That sounded horrible.
what?
I'm messing with you, bro.
Oh no, so
I'm messing with
nah,
you.
that was a good one. That was a good one. I got you.
Uh,
So the reason why I ask, a lot of people, I don't want to say like older people like that are still in this game, but it's just like the only reason I asked in that format, I was wondering if you, in a sense, are mentally prepared for the constant changes within the sport.
We ain't got a choice but to be.
Yeah, that's also
I mean,
true. That's all very true.
Either you get with it, or you get
Well,
on
so
the train, or you get left.
the good thing about him is being new to the sport. He,
Adaptability.
yeah, but he's with 365, so he's not already with the federations that's changed or the federation that's changing, all the new rules that's changing.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So once he make his crossover,
The rules are already set in place.
yeah.
Okay.
So what's going on right now, it ain't gonna affect him no way, no shape. You know.
So for you, allow me to ask this, right? So, how long are you gonna give yourself to go into bodybuilding after you hit that 600? Like,
Bruh.
so like, what's the time step between
So-
now, the
so-
600, and the
Let me
bodybuilding?
let me tell all y'all peoples out there, bro.
Here we go. Yeah.
Will I do bodybuilding one day? The answer is yes, I will.
Okay.
Do I plan on doing it anytime soon? No, I don't.
Okay. All right.
You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of stuff that I'm focusing on right now outside the gym. When my little man, which is my son, once he move here, then I'll probably consider doing bodybuilding. Right now I'm just having fun on the coaching side, the business side, having fun doing my thing on the bench press. You know what I'm saying?
So
That's just all it is.
allow me to ask this: as far as, do you have a goal as far as like branding and networking? Like, do you just outside of just doing content like this,
Yeah.
do you see yourself like doing like live streams and like doing your own level of podcast in the future?
In the future, no.
Wait, why not? You seem good at it. Not seen you.
I
Well,
mean,
the level of commitment that I've seen you have to. Just
oh,
the
you talking about on YouTube and stuff?
so the content creating aspect, of
Yeah.
it, right? What I've seen you commit to it, like this isn't something you would want to like.
Yeah, I definitely since how can I say it? Put it like this: for a long time, I've seen myself on YouTube.
Okay.
I'm on YouTube now, but I'm not on YouTube the way I want to be on YouTube. I'm doing all the stuff, all the videos and all that
The editing and all that.
on my own, on my phone.
Okay.
Once I'm at the point where I can have a videographer that can produce the vision, then that's when I'll,
So you understand, as a content creator, it takes actually a team.
oh yeah, I've been on that. It's just I could never find anyone consistent to produce the vision or really see the vision on what I'm trying to do. So the whole time I'm like, I wasn't on YouTube for the longest because I couldn't find that person that could help produce. So when I got tired of trying to find the person, I was like, man, I got a nice phone, camera. Let me just do what I can do on my own, until it get to the next phase.
So with that being said, I will try to make this question make sense, because you, at the end of the day, you want to create a brand. Starting out with the vision, does that vision have a name? Will it have a name when you get further along in this?
For the content stuff,
No, just in general. So with what you want to build, because I'm pretty sure y'all goals align. You guys want to make something, give back to the community.
Yeah.
Pretty sure either like own your own gym, own your own brand to where you can train, certify, and all that. Like, will it have a name, or is it still right now? It's just get like the vision is still just.
Nah, we strength hustlers, man.
Strength
We
hustlers.
strength hustlers. You know what I'm saying?
Say less, say less.
We strength hustlers, and where it's about to go to in the upcoming months is what my creator brought me back to Fayetteville to do, if that made sense.
No, it does.
You got to crawl before you walk, and you have to figure out your puzzle. You got to get in tune. If you don't know what you're trying to do in this world, if you're struggling, you got to talk to your creator. You know what I'm saying? You got to ask your creator, help me figure out my purpose. Help me figure out what I should be doing in this world. And then he's going to not give you the full answer, but he's going to give you pieces to your puzzle, and it's up to you to figure out the full puzzle. So I gave up 60 racks a year at 22 years old to make $8 an hour. So it tells you.
But you're fully committed to the process.
Oh yeah, I'm. It's a passion. You got to turn that passion into a business. So I did everything I just said. My creator told me to pack up my apartment and move back to Fayetteville, North Carolina. I said, why? All I got is this job, and they talking about giving me a pay raise. You know what I'm saying? He said, use your gift to motivate and inspire people through fitness. I've been doing that since I was 12 years old.
Got you.
He said, find a gym that's going to allow you to grow, allow you to figure out your purpose in fitness. So I was willing to be the janitor at a gym because I know if I was in the gym all day, I'm around the people, it's going to help me figure out what I need to be doing. Well, the gym I'm at, they put me on. Like I said, I wasn't making anything close to what I was seeing in New York, but it allowed me to become the power lifter. You get what I'm saying?
So allow me to ask this, because you touched on relocating and all that other stuff. So what's your take on the gyms here, between the gyms we have that meet powerlifting needs, the gyms we have that meet bodybuilding needs, the commercial gyms? Like, what are your takes on these gyms in the city?
It's decent.
Feel like they could be better?
Now let me change that answer. Powerlifting community. Like I said, I'm still new to this stuff. In this town, I knew 2 gyms, and I think only one of them is still open. It's the one that we all go to. Shout out to Cole. What was your question, bro? I'm sorry.
No. So just what is your takes on these gyms here, based on where you were at, and here between, again, the gyms that we have here that are either commercial, the gyms that we have that meet the powerlifting needs, bodybuilding needs? Like, what is your take on it? Do you feel like they're like to standard, or do you feel like?
I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I like. I don't want to.
Say, okay. Same question.
But like I said, bro, I became the power. Yeah. I became the power lifter, bro, and I became the power lifter at the gym that me and him work at, and once I did my first show or comp, I was like, yeah, I like this. You know what I'm saying?
So the reason why I asked in that format, I was going to say, that, and me and him have talked about it, and I think we just not in unison, but with what you're trying to do, are you guys willing to travel to different states and check out other powerlifting gyms or other gyms to get your brand and your name out there? Like gyms like in Virginia, Georgia.
Not for me necessarily, because I'm doing it through the kids. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I don't have to. Right now, I don't have to do that.
You don't have to move around.
Yeah, but once I get connected with the kids, then I will have those type of ideas in mind. But everything is by steps, so I'm not thinking that far out right now. But, what I'm thinking about is, okay, what can separate you from everyone else, business-wise?
Okay.
Business-wise, and I'm on to something, and he's a part of it. You know what I'm saying? And we about to take off, bro.
What about you? Would that be something you'd be willing to do?
Yeah.
Especially how big the powerlifting community is.
Yeah, it's always the one thing that makes a person is the community. Like you gotta have your own community of people that support you, watch you, love you, etc. So I would love to go out to these different gyms, network with different folks, different people, make content with them, sitting down, just picking their brain, especially people.
Are you talking about business wise though?
No,
right?
no. Well, yes and no, but it's just so the reason. Continuation to it. The reason why I asked, I learned more going to different gyms outside of my state than I did in town. Now, mind you, we didn't have Cole's Gym at the time.
Yeah.
But it was just like I learned more from people that didn't even know me than within my. And this is not just powerlifting, but the fitness community. If that makes sense. So that's why I asked that, because again, there's always room for growth, right?
Yeah.
So that's why I asked, like, would you be willing to go like to these different areas? Just to see.
I got invited to go to California, so that's gonna be in the works soon.
Do you have like an expectation when you go out there, or you just
bro,
get out there?
If I say his name right, Farad James, bro, he won championships, strong natural bench presser. He's good friends with Julius Maddox, the strongest bench presser in the world. He's out there around that Cali crew who I grew up watching, and he reached out to me, bro, and he was like, I need you to know you're strong as fuck. And then I was like, yo, I appreciate that, bro. Like, he said, man, what you appreciate me for, bro? He said the N-word, bro.
Yeah, I got you.
And he was like,
bro, be yourself. I ain't monetized.
He said, man, you put in the work, bro. And I actually might be coached by him, but that's for another time. Yeah.
So Vaughn, if I may, that vision that you talked about yesterday when we were at the gym, you mind speaking on that now? Like,
talking about the 3v3.
Hell yeah. So
yeah.
What was this? A vision?
Yeah,
You said a vision?
Yeah.
Let me hear it. I want to hear it.
So
I love visions, bro.
Let me be brief. 30 seconds. I promise.
It was a good vision, and I can see it too. It doesn't matter though. It don't matter. Fuck if another person can see your vision, because it's not their vision. You know what I'm saying? But if I can see it, then I might be like, bro, you need to do that shit.
What he spoke on, I believe he can achieve with the right people around him. That's why I want him to say it on camera, regardless if it's a small
Don't give too much
community.
to your detail though, bro.
God, I got
You know, after camera, go full detail, but you don't want to give the people all your
idea, but yeah.
So what is it? Let's hear it.
Floor is yours.
So, weird thing. I had this weird dream.
First off, it's a
That
dream.
all black
Like, it was
babies
a
are
dream,
white
like,
babies.
I had this.
Did you write it down?
Yeah,
You could
I did.
You
I
could
swear-
forget it.
I
You
swear,
could
no, I
forget it.
did.
All right, good.
I had
good.
this crazy dream one night, and the only thing I can remember from it is 910 versus the world. Like, that's the area code for here, 910 versus the world. And then I started like diving deep more into it, and now it's like I kind of get it. So let me put it this way. I'm gonna put it this way from an athlete standpoint. We got all these high schools. But every time we always whooping everybody in the playoffs. But when we get to state championship, we always losing. But we always have the athletes. We have the athletes to just run the state. Hold on, let me get to it.
I'm saying this powerlifting
Yeah.
with it. Save it. Don't say it. Don't say it. I know. I know what he's gonna say. I know what he's gonna say.
I gotta get to it.
Don't get too much detail. Don't say it.
So you see it now, don't you?
I gotta get to it.
Is it what I've been telling you about on the online on the?
It kind of. Let me.
Don't say too much, bro.
Maybe. But let me be real. I don't care. I don't even give a damn if I ruffle feathers. We got all these strong motherfuckers in this city. And I don't know much about the gym politics. I don't know about the gym beef. I don't give a fuck about the gym beef. Whatever about that bullshit. We got all these strong people in Fayetteville. Why the hell are we not whooping everybody else's ass in North Carolina and in the world?
You're talking about like
nation?
Raleigh, Charlotte,
Yes.
or the states.
Why in the hell are we at each other's throats? Like JD, Dundee, me and you, goddamn the Coles people. Why in the world are we not figuring out how can we run the state and damn near take over the nation at one point?
In what way? What you mean?
mean?
As like, like being a powerlifting team?
Well, not a team, but like we come together supporting each other to take over the damn state.
I'm trying to understand. What is he saying?
Basically, the best powerlifters here versus the best powerlifters in other cities.
As a team, competing as a team.
Yeah, but
Why you just ain't say that?
but
We did, but we had to. We were
I'm thinking he
trying to-
on the business side with because he lost me. He said high school athletes and then
and then he
That was
also
the
came-
okay.
that was the- but then
I'm
he
thinking
also came
I'm
up-
thinking business,
He
bro.
also came up with a good idea, a 3v3.
What's that?
Your best deadlifter, your
best
best bencher,
squatter,
and your best squatter go against somebody else's another three in their best.
Yeah, but federations don't do that.
No,
The-
we
exact-
will make that.
we would
Damn
do
the
that.
Oh, like
federations,
host
we
the
will start
and
that.
Cole, you got the gym to
powerlifters
do it.
That's literally
Cole
what we
got the
touched
gym to
on.
do it.
That's literally what we touched on. Like your best.
or to be fair, depending on the city, right? But we go to their powerlifting gym too. We gotta win because we can't go there to lose.
But let me answer his question. Like he said, why don't the best, link up, be a team and compete, host these events?
It don't had to be for a long time. Get beat
Right,
for
but
this event.
but it can do that's a great idea though, because you can do it as a fundraiser event, raise money, whatever the case might be, right?
It's too many egos too.
That's what I'm about to say.
It's too many damn egos. If we gonna be
not
honest.
every, how can I say it? Not every personality clicks with
Yeah.
each other. I'm not saying like,
So how is so allow me to ask this. With that being
Yeah.
said, how is everybody going to attempt to be top dog if we're going against other top dogs in different cities?
Best-
well, here's the thing. The prize stuff has to be left at the door. Everybody has to.
the fragile egos gotta be left.
Yeah, hey, man.
At the door.
I'm so laid back, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I just wish like everybody ain't gonna be the same.
same
I understand that. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. Let me say this before anybody say something. I don't know everybody personally.
Okay.
I just know how people can be when you're trying to build something. And it's okay that a person might not see the plan, the vision, the idea.
Because they're about self.
No, just I can tell you an idea right now, you might not see it. You might not like,
Yeah, but it's all about
Or you'll
support
see
too.
it in a different way.
But support though too at the end of the day, right? At the end of the day, like
how can somebody support your idea if they don't see your idea? If they don't see it?
well, no, I mean,
It's
so
your idea.
But that's what I'm saying. It's your idea. It's my
Or they
job
could
to-
or they can be like, yo, I don't see your idea, but I'm gonna help you the best way I can.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that's different.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, everybody has to throw their pride out the window, their ego out the window, and come together. It's about coming together, bro. You know what I'm saying?
And you don't think that would work with the three?
I didn't say I wouldn't say it will. I wouldn't say it won't. It would be dope to see that. You know what I'm saying? But in the gym world, you got a lot of.
Bro, allow me to say this disrespectfully about the best lifters here, right?
Yeah.
I would love to see you go against, especially with your bench. I was telling him about a guy I know in Charlotte, right?
Yeah.
For his body weight, and I'm pretty sure he'd even impress you because of what he benches as well. He's in the high 500s. Same thing with JD. Like,
But see, what you hear what you just said. A weak insecure person could have been like, Man, fuck that nigga, man.
Man,
Fuck that nigga. You know what I can do? You know what I'm saying?
but
But I ain't that type of person though.
Okay. To be fair, I agree. But it's just like there are certain people I know that okay, I know you're not seeing him on the bench. There are certain people I know here. I know you're not seeing him on the deadlift. But when we had talked about that, we would like to see that, okay, kind of clash with something else outside of us, and then also represent us in a good way. So I mean, so based on that formula that we presented, how would you and outside of saying the Eagles, like what steps could be taken for that to actually work?
For what? Me to go against somebody?
No, just in general. It doesn't have to be you per se, but just because, especially with what you're focusing on, let's say it could be somebody else.
Yeah.
Right now, I think you're the only person in Fayetteville that's benching 551, but we do have other people that bench 500.
Yeah.
So with that,
Hey, and people will, but look though, people would discredit it because I wear elbow wraps, and
nah, because again, like,
well, let me say this: people will discredit it because I wear elbow wraps, right?
okay.
But you still come across the video, you still watch the
Why you
video.
have to take a walk for that? That's what I was like wait.
Look. But nah,
Just like, what the
nah.
So the same could be said if he were to go up against a deadlifter, right? And they would try to sell that pitch like.
Well, let me tell
I'm
you
doing
this, bro.
sumo,
Let me
right?
tell you
Like,
this,
and
bro.
I'm doing conventional. Like,
Let me tell you
nobody
this.
gonna care.
When I sound conceited, because I don't like sounding conceited, by saying, am I not expected to do it? I mean, look at the way I look, bro. I put in the work. So just because I wear wrist wraps, right? You know why I wear elbow wraps? Let me tell you why I wear elbow wraps. Stability, keeping your joints safe and stuff like that. I'm wearing elbow wraps right now because I'm at the stage where everything makes sense. I'm comfortable. The strength is up, and I'm playing around with some serious weight in my programs, right?
Okay.
I'm 28 years old.
Okay.
A lot of the guys that's doing what I'm doing and doing more than me are really in their 30s from what I've been seeing. They're in their 30s, early 30s, mid 30s, late 30s, right? I'm 28. I got a lot left in the tank.
Okay.
My joints and everything is safe and healthy.
Okay.
When I decide to take the elbow wrap off and rep 500, bench press 535, 550 with no elbow wraps, then they're gonna be like, shit, the motherfucker can do it with no elbow wraps. Yeah, motherfucker, I've been wearing the elbow wraps because I'm keeping myself safe.
You do realize, to me, correct me if I'm wrong, you kind of helped our argument then.
I don't know. I'm just saying, because I had people in my inbox, I had like at least 10 people ask me about, why are you wearing elbow wraps? Or
fuck them, they-
can you do it? Can you do that with no elbow wraps? Yes, motherfucker, look at the way I look.
I think
I hate to say it like that, but goddamn.
ultimately, just please bear with me. Ultimately, I still think something like that could work. And again, something like this would be open to everybody, not just people within the
time
circle
is it?
that we know. Oh,
908.
No, it's
10:08.
Oh, what I say? What the hell?
I got 50.
but no, that was his vision. I just wanted him to bring it up in video because I agree with it. I think it's a good idea. Now, mind you, me and him did discuss some of the things you're discussing now, the egos clashing and all that. But
I think anything dealing with the sport, a lot of us individuals are passionate about and love. If anything was organized to happen event-wise, whether it's you get the best, like y'all said, to link up and go against some other people, I think it will be good. I think it will be dope. It's just making it happen, you know.
so the execution be the hard part at the end of the day.
Yeah.
I don't know what part would be the hard part. I'm just saying making it happen would be dope to see, dope to watch. You know what I'm saying? On every level, how y'all want to play it.
I'm gonna cut it here real soon. Allow me to ask this. So the next lifting session, because I know you had finally got one in with JD. Do you still want to remember that idea you had proposed a year ago? Do you still want to get everybody
A year
in?
ago.
No,
What
when we
idea?
about getting everybody together and doing like this long lift session.
Um, yeah, I'm always down to link up and be in that. Bro, I'm an old school trainer, bro.
Okay.
I'm an old school trainer. I love yelling, screaming. Yeah, yeah, come on. I love doing stuff like that. You know, I love pushing people.
I'm gonna reach out again
I love
and
that
see
shit.
because again, you got
Let any of them motherfuckers be close to competing. Bro, I'm telling you, that
Yeah,
the
gotta
motive
bring the energy.
the energy that I bring, the motivation I bring, it's not for attention. It's from the heart. It's a passion. I've been doing this shit since I was 12. I love being in that environment and pushing that individual. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, have me at your competition.
Something, yeah.
Have me as your motivator coach.
It's something different.
Anybody, bro. Like, and not to cut you off.
No, you good.
Like I said, I was the 12-year-old around old heads. A lot of them was OGs that did time in prison, so their style of training is different. And then I was around
It was
real.
based off survival. I'm fucking with you. Go ahead.
Then I was around OGs that they all they ever done was walk into the gym, you know. Then I was around people who got big off lifting in their backyard, you know. That's the countryside of it. Cause I was raised in Rayford, North Carolina, but so the type of passion I got for it, bro. I'm 28, but I got an OG soul into this fitness game. You know, like I get goosebumps seeing you lift and I'm motivating you. You know what I'm saying? Like me talking about it right now is hyping me up. You know, so it's not, oh, he doing that for attention, da 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 da. Nah, bro, I'm doing that because it's a passion. You know, I don't even have.
the nerve to come up and say
I don't have to. Nah, but I don't even have to know
Yeah,
a individual, right?
it's motivating to see.
It's motivating to see, and I would literally tap in to this I don't know what to call it. I would tap in and I would go over there and I would hype you up. You know what I'm saying? Like I was the football player banging on the head. Like come on, motherfucker. Ah! You know, like that's I love this shit, bro. I love this shit. That's why I left the corporate world to be around fitness 24/7. Back when I was 18, I did not understand the business side. You know, I was just lifting weights. You know, you don't want to be the big dummy.
Yeah, no, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna do this shit, you wanna learn how to generate income off of it. Strategize, bro. Strategize. Talk to your creator.
Say less. Vaughn, you got any closing thoughts before I cut it?
Yeah.
Oh Lord. Oh
I got a
Lord.
couple.
Oh Lord.
I know.
Jesus.
Nah, it's nothing crazy.
I
I
got
know
you.
I'm still like the young guy in this bit. Well, in the fitness world. So I still look up. I look up to a lot of people as like motivation, like JD Dundee, freaking Kev. A lot of these people in this world. I know there's a lot more, and I'm sorry for not.
It's
I
a
mean,
long
that's not
list
here. It's
in
a long
February,
list
yeah.
in February. I look up to a lot of these people as motivation because yeah, I'm still the youngest in the world, but it's like I want to be one of the big names when I come out of here, so I can be able to like motivate people and
To do the same thing, follow suit.
So like when I'm getting in their shoes, I want to be able to motivate people that's like 21, 22, 23, like me, like damn, looking up them like damn, these motherfuckers strong. I want to get like them. So when I see them, it's more so just like motivation, and it's just like I want to be able to pick their brain to be like, hey, what's your mindset? What's this, that, and third? And also another thing is like I really do, like Idris said, I really do have a passion for the gym because I've been working out since I was 13. That's the first time I got introduced to the gym. Shout out to Terry Sanford, coaches. Shout out to Coach Till. He got me into it. He really like showed me another side of myself. He showed me like hard work. He showed me like if you want it, it's not gonna come overnight. But damn, if you keep going, if you keep pushing, and if you keep weathering through that storm, something gotta give, goddammit. Something gonna happen. So it's just, I love this. I love being in the gym.
I like that last part he said about his coach, because if you're a teenager, you know what I'm saying, and you have that good coach, you will always remember that coach because he was a big influence on your life. You know, so that's what I'm striving to be with what I'm working on, man. It's just trying to be that influence to the youth, you know.
My closing thoughts, always humbly and respectfully, I just want to say thank you to my guests. My own vision is to get better at content creating in general so I can continue to put out greatness like this out more to my audience. Who knows what can happen in a year? I mean, you've come a long way since we last talked. Ideas and goals have probably changed, obviously. Same thing for you. But again, my closing just thoughts and comments is thank you. Continue to motivate, continue to be yourselves. I think you guys are, and I'm not just saying this because I wouldn't bring you on my channel if I felt like you were a hindrance or toxic to the community. I don't think you guys are that. Now, I will say I feel like not just y'all, but some other, everybody feels strongly about their own opinions, but at the end of the day, I don't believe it's bad. So with that, I just say thank y'all for being your authentic selves and continuing to tell y'all story on my channel.
All my niggas reckless, all we do is gang bang.
Can I say one more thing before we end?
Like what?
And this is like no crazy stuff. Like I hate when people be like, "Oh man, stop dick riding." I hate that terminology, but like real
Bitch,
shit,
fuck you.
like
No, let me start. Yeah.
real shit, bro. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't even be in the powerlifting game. Like real talk.
Who said you dick riding? Why say you dick riding?
No, I'm just saying, you know, when people see it, they be like, "Man, that nigga dick riding this, that."
Yeah.
But nah, real shit. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't even be in this powerlifting. I'd still be trying to figure out my avenue, my way, because he probably might tell y'all a story talking about something. I be doing legs 3 times a week.
He was.
Knowing damn well.
He
definitely
was.
did say that.
Two.
He
Maybe
was.
two.
He
I get
was.
two. I get two. Looking like a string bean, looking no, looking like this. But yeah, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be in this game. So like,
Keep going, bro.
I'm really appreciative to him to like put me on to this game and everything.
Keep going. Keep going.
Where?
That's my dog, bro.
Where? We coming. 2025.
Hey,
We
And it ain't
coming, bro.
even about the money, bro. It's free love, bro. Like, what I tell you, bro? So, man, you ain't gotta give me no money, bro. I'm still learning. You know what I'm saying? I'm learning, and you have a gift. I got a gift, and we gonna create a bond. You ain't gotta pay me no bread, bro. The fuck I'm gonna charge you for? You know what I'm saying?
We out, ladies and gentlemen.
All my niggas reckless. All we do is gang bang.